what up? It's your boy Wiz Khalifa, man.
This is Misha the Jeweler.
It's your boy Christo.
Trap Lake.
Man, it's your boy Tay Cummins.
Yeah, send him 2 Flack.
It's your boy Chevy Woods from the Taylor Gang.
It's Chew Jackson.
That's your boy Ludi Boy.
Girl, Renee on the way.
It's your boy DJ Girl Quit Playing With. And now you can get it with the Burgh Boys.
Now we are live on the couch with the babyface Don himself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What you say?
Franchise. Round of applause, man. Round of applause for Franchise. Spillz is coming over here. He's gonna walk in front of the camera like a douche.
I know. I had
but it's all good.
I do it.
I know. I'm the boss.
Oh shit.
My balls hang.
I don't walk in front of
I let my
cameras.
nuts hang. It's like, no, I don't like to walk in front of cameras neither. I'm sorry. But yeah. Shout out to the babyface Don himself.
Yo, shout out to the Burgh
man.
Boys, man, for having me up in here, man.
Thanks for coming and
Thanks
sitting
for coming,
on the couch,
bro.
man.
Always, bro.
Glad to have you.
Now you just went crazy on that Jackin' for Beats that we just listened to.
I tried.
You went
Did you stay in there the whole time and just switch it up, or was it like, yo, I'm gonna just flow on all these different joints and then we just gonna put them together? You don't have to tell me that if that was a secret.
No, man. It's out to the public now. But for real, what I did with it was just sequence the beats with my man Sam Witt around the way. Came in here with Big Germ, knocked it out for real. I ain't do it one take Jake, you know what I mean? It was a lot of breath. But yeah, we patched it up. I think we did the job.
That's what's up. That definitely sound good though.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
The beat selection was great. I definitely would. I would ask you, out of all the beats you did, what was your favorite one to spit over?
I mean, my favorite one to spit over was probably the Cow Lil Yachty joint, just because I knew people was gonna like rock with that melody shit, you know. But I don't know. I felt the best lyrically on Pound Cake, the Drake joint, the second one.
Okay.
Oh, you was eager to spit on that one.
Yeah, I had things to get off my chest on that one.
That's what's up, man.
Go in.
So can you please do us a favor and let all the people out there in TV land let them know that you what you do, because I mean we know what you do,
right?
Yeah,
but let them know what you do.
I mean, shit. In a nutshell, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a father, I'm an uncle. But ultimately, I'm one half of the come up, you know what I mean? And one of those dudes from Braddock trying to push and promote Pittsburgh in the right way, you know what I'm saying? Just out here effective with it.
Big facts.
Big facts.
You are one of the people that I've known for a while that's been doing their thing in this city. And you pride yourself on the content.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still prevalent now?
Yeah, always for me, in the content wise, and then that way. But I also learned too, like, at some point, you know, you got to do some shit that's just gonna get you through that door. You know what I'm saying? And it don't got to be like the most dumbed down or the corniest shit. You know what I'm saying? You could do it like tastefully. You know what I'm saying? But I've been trying to figure out ways to make it like, you know what I mean, more likable, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing music so long for myself, just for what I want to hear. It's like to the point now I feel like I'm almost in that prime where it's like, you know, I could kind of go any range with it, you know what I mean? So it's time to show like different shit. Like, for instance, the jam I gave to y'all tonight, I don't know if we're going to get to it, but
yeah, we will.
That joint, that's like, I'm real skeptical about it, but it's me like stepping out of my comfort zone, you know what I mean? As far as like what people like would expect or like know me for, like content wise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you still keep, you know, I'm sure you did your thing on it.
Oh, most certainly. Yeah. Most certainly. It's just, you know,
a different sound from
the wave is just a little different. It's just a little more energetic. The melodies are there, you know what I mean? You know, I'm not Encyclopedia Brown and shit. A lot of people be like, man, you be saying too much shit sometimes in them verses, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a little open.
That's what's up.
I mean, for the people that don't know, let's go back to the beginning. How it all started for you in rap. I mean, I know Motor knows, but you know, to take us back to the beginning. Start the Triple E's LLC. You know, what was that about, and what did you guys do back then?
Shit. Basically, with Eastern Empire, shout out to my dog, my bro, Willie Whips.
Willie Whips, the legend.
Yes, the legend.
Young
Man,
Willie
the myth.
Whips.
He's the guy that put that together, actually. Him and Beatty. Shout out to Beatty, my bro.
Shout out to Beatty.
Basically, for real, I just linked up with them one time on some. I actually was at a Wiz concert out club. It used to be called Galaxy out Toronto or something. That old skating rink.
Yeah.
It was him. Yeah. It was him. S Money, and then there was some other dude. What was his name? Skinny dude. He used to wear the Kanye glasses in like 07, and he went to Atlanta. He had some different type of music. He was nice though. I forget his name, but they was out. They was out there, and I met Mac there in front, pretty much in a nutshell. Like
You said you met Mac there, Mac Miller.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
I was selling mixtapes in the lot after let out, and he came up to me and was like, "Yo, what's poppin'? Like, ain't you franchise Brad Dog spokesman?" I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he like, yo, man, I'm trying to do some music with you, man. My name Easy Mac and shit. I'm like, word, I've been hearing you because they was picking up at the time. Him and Beatty, because they was in the Ill Spoken group together. So I'm like, yeah, no doubt. They sent me a beat like a week later. They was super rocking with me, you know what I'm saying? Like telling me they about to do the Eastern Empire shit. I met Willie Whips, Beatty, Mac, and Ghosty that day. Who was in the 58s with me. I did a track with him. We smoked like three L's back to back to back. I tell them about Vinny shit. I'm playing them shit off my phone. They like, yo, he's dope. Bring him through. Next weekend I brought him through, and then that was where the relationship started. As far as that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Triple E's, and then we just kind of worked it up for a little bit. Things went their own ways, just from Mac picking up, Beatty going a different way, and then off of that, we was kind of like, me and Vinny was like kind of just doing shit ourselves, but then simultaneously met Mayo and B. White through that time, and then from that came the 58s.
Okay,
awesome.
So I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah,
so
that's
can
great.
You definitely speak on give us your story about
the whole
58s, because that was like a super group, you know what I mean?
Yo.
If you look at
Powerhouse,
this generation's Wu-Tang, maybe, because there isn't too many groups of that size, you know what I'm saying? Where everybody was, making songs together and spitting like that. Right. So can you speak on the 58s?
I mean, that was pretty much what it was. I kind of stole that formula, just that scheme, kind of from Willie Whips, like, because that was how Eastern Empire was. You know what I mean? It was just an umbrella. It wasn't necessarily like a group. Right. It was just like an umbrella. Just these people that they just knew from once, and then just branched off everything. So like I said, when the Triple E's like fell apart, basically, we met Mayo and B. White. I'm like, them dudes is dope. We started making more music with them, and then Ghosty and Vils, they was in the Triple E's too, but we kind of like fell apart from that, so they kind of wasn't doing nothing, and I believed in them dudes just as much as I believe in myself. So when we was doing it, I was doing the Henny and Hayes mixtape. I said the 58s on some simultaneous just shit talking on the end of a record, like, go get your fifths of Henny, go get your eighths of that Hayes. You know what I mean? Them 58s. Vinny, I stepped out. Vinny was like, what's that 58 shit you talking about? I don't know, bro. Just some shit, slick shit. He's like, no, like that could be something. And then I put it to Mayo. You know how he be. That's it, boy. That's it, boy. You're the sickest boy. You know what I'm McKee's for, boy. You're the sickest boy for that, boy. I'm about to go get it LLC tomorrow. We gonna do this, print up these hoodies. I got the logo made, and pretty much from there, you know what I'm saying? Forsyth J in the building, man. But from there, that's like the 58s was started from there, and like it was crazy how you said the Wu-Tang shit, because I think we leaked one jam. Or we might leak one jam like on a Monday and leaked another one like on a Thursday or Friday, and they hit the blogs, and people was like, damn, these is like the new Wu-Tang. And I was kind of a gift and a curse for boys for saying that, but it was dope.
Well, why would you say there was a gift and a curse?
Just because, like, I don't know, people hold you on certain standards, and I don't want to be like held on a certain standards and upset the people who really love us. So we just the 58s, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The way I looked at it, we was just, you know what I mean, just in the mode.
Now what happened with the 58s? Was it like just like a group falling out? Was it just like, guys kind of just went their separate ways?
It was kind of both. Things happened, just like, I'm seeing certain personal things behind the scenes, where it was kind of like boys kind of fell out a little bit at the beginning. It was nothing that wasn't patchable, you know what I mean? But then in the mix to that, like we went on tour, me and Vinny as the come up. Mayo and B was like getting out of his shell, because at first B didn't even really know like really how to rap or not. Not saying not how to rap. He was incredible, but like he didn't know how to put together tapes and formulate certain things where like when he got with us and start coming down to ID to record instead of being in out the port or wherever they was at, like he started picking up game from being around even cats like when Wiz was coming back and seeing Boaz and rhyming with dudes like that. So simultaneously he was getting in the groove, breaking out of his show. So he went doing his thing, and while we was on the road, him and Mayo were doing their thing, and Ghosty and Vils was kind of in they shell doing their thing.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, that's it.
So your part in the whole thing was, were you kind of like the head of the snake? Like, were you the guy that kept the glue? You know, kept everybody together.
As far as the 58s,
like far as music wise too.
Oh yeah, most certainly.
Like you was getting the guys to collab on everything and shit like that.
Yeah, like I hate to like toot my horn or like being say wild shit about myself, but like
you don't.
I'm a good
that.
link between a lot of people, like you know what I mean, that come from my section. Like for instance, like you know what I'm saying, like I link me Palermo Stone. I linked up with him off P Stone, but me and P Stone, I'm the reason him and B White know each other. You know what I mean, like that, things like that. Same thing with Vinny and these dudes. Like I'm saying, like there's a lot of people that just kind of like came with me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, I don't mean to say it came under me or nothing, because I be knowing people who just super talented and super good at what they do, and I just be wanting to see people win and in like positive
to keep those type of people around.
I want people in positive situations. You know what I'm saying? Especially like there was so many times where like we was picking up, and I would see dudes like, man, like I gotta be around him a little more, like even if we ain't rhyming, just to chop it up where he can stay in a positive light. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Swear. That's I mean, as far as I mean, you touched on Triple E's LLC, touched on the 58s, touched on Most Dope. You got to work with Mac and
shout out my bro.
Yeah. He actually was just in town not too long ago. I know you got to see him. Take us through like how you guys really got to like. I mean, I already know you met from way back when, but Most Dope's adventures. You know, take us through those and what those times were.
Pretty much like I said, from Eastern Empire, that's where the relationship initially started, and
y'all did some touring together, I believe.
Yep. Literally, like I said, when he turned damn near 18, he went on his first tour, and like just to staying in touch, you know what I mean, being just a stand-up dude, like, you know what I mean, real recognized real and shit. He like, we was always just infatuated and in love with each other's charisma and just character. So like, and like, you know what I mean, I don't really have problems with people. You know what I mean? If you was once my friend, you always my friend. So like, I just always try to stay in touch with people. And long story short, that ended up for us like, yo, y'all picking up. I like that what y'all did when we did the first Come Up project, In Good Hands, with Big Germ, all them beats with him. And that's when Mac was like, we went up to see him at Penn State. He opened up for Wiz on that college tour they did, and he was like, yo, I think he looked at me all sweaty and shit after the show, like, so what you think about going on tour this fall? Would you think something about that? I'm like, what the fuck you think? So yeah, we went on his first tour ever with him, his Blue Slide Park tour.
That's dope.
We did Macadelic tour.
Were you nervous to do that? Because was that the first tour?
The first tour ever
as a group, or just period?
That was my first tour ever. Period. I had did like a small tour, like a mini tour that I had did from like a relationship I had gained through like a producer I met on the internet out the Northwest, like the Seattle area, Oregon area. But it was like light, you know what I mean? It was like damn near just something we would do over this way. No disrespect to it. The Northwest shows me much love. Shout out to my guys, Empire and them over there. But it was smaller, but that was the biggest like national tour, you know what I mean, and the first one.
Wow. That's lit.
But I wasn't really nervous for real to do it. I'm not even gonna lie. I was really just focused on like going out there and like becoming better as a performer, you know what I mean? So dope. I was ready in a sense, for real.
Yeah. I got to see you guys live, and you definitely were ready. When I saw you guys, you guys did very well. Flack, go ahead. You have something?
No, I just wanted to know that Babyface Don Dada. So was that your rap name, or is that your nickname, or
just a little alter ego? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was also like search engine wise, I was also thinking about shit with franchise. You know what I mean? It's just like I want to give them something more noticeable. So it's like Babyface Don Dada is something that'll stick out other than franchise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was a two-part thing. Tell you. It was a two-part question. So the second part, is it like a little Bow Wow situation? Do you really grow facial hair but shave? Do you really gotta if I ain't see you in 6 months on some Osama bin Laden shit, you have like a full goatee like James Harden?
Bro, probably not. But I'm gonna tell you what, bro, I can't go longer than a month without a cut, bro. My shit start looking wild. I start looking like a 40-year-old dad and shit with a fucking malt liquor belly and shit. It's wild. I can rock like a month, but after a month, it got to get chopped.
I see. When you said Babyface Don Dada, that's like 6 months no haircut, but you still got to shape up yesterday type shit. That's what I was thinking.
He still looked just like doing it when.
So you do have to shave. That's all. You do have to shave now.
Slightly, man. Not nothing too crazy.
I
get hit with the straight razor a little bit on the cheek.
Does your beard connect, G?
Nope. Nope.
There it
It's
is.
patches.
Babyface Don Dada.
Yeah, it's bike patch season. All right, I'm turning my mic off now. That's all I had to get my jab in, boy.
Kill me.
I had
he
to.
was gonna kill me.
Over and out.
Over and out. All right. Well, now that we went from Triple E's LLC 58s to Most Dope, now take us to Remember. What Remember was what when Mac got signed?
Yeah, I mean that's when it got pretty much established. It started. He had the whole idea. Macadelic tour. One of his good friends had passed away while we was on the tour, and that's where if you ever seen it, how the REM was capitalized. I think that was his homie's initials. Okay. So that's where Remember Music was branched from. And he asked us about that. We was the first dudes he asked on the tour. We hell yeah, we're here with you now. Why wouldn't we do that? So we did that, and yeah, that's when it got serious when he was going through his deal process with Warner and shit, and I guess they gave him the bread to do that on the side of what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, he put in it was us, Neomza, and Chew at the time, and Vils, and Hardo was there for a real quick second, you know what I'm saying? Real quick.
Yeah.
I know he had another situation that happened, but yeah, for the most part it was just Neomza, Chew, us, Vils, and Dylan Reynolds too.
Yeah, okay. Dylan's a guitar player. Yeah,
yep,
okay.
That's Max, one of Max's childhood homies also.
Okay.
So fast forward to Corner the Market. Now that was your first, was that first solo project since the Come Up / project?
Yeah, that was my first solo project since
Henny and Hayes?
Well, I had Crushing on Cali.
Crushing on Cali, right,
but
yes.
That wasn't, we didn't promote that well enough, so the most memorable one for people would be Henny and Hayes, but that's where pretty much Corner the Market was pretty much picking up kind of off of that formula of Henny and Hayes, because Crushing on Cali I did solely with one producer, and Henny and Hayes was a variation of features and producers, and Corner the Market was basically the same thing, just a shortened version, and just speed up to the times we had now, far as the energy, the beats, and all that.
That's lit.
Yo, what's good, man? This franchise, the Babyface Don Dada. One half for the Come Up. I'm in here rocking with the Burgh Boys. Shout out my guy, DJ Motormane, DJ Spillz. Be on the lookout for Millennium Music coming soon. All sales finally on the way. We working.